Hey, all right, everybody. Look, I've got another box. Right, okay, so what's inside this box today? Well, it's the CYRUSHER Kommoda 3.0. Quite a big box, quite a big bike. So let's have a look what's inside the box and then get the bike by here. Right, okay, there's the bike out of the box. Box is empty. There's the bike there. We have got front mudguard. We've got the front wheel over there. We've got this box here. It's probably the headlight. Let's have a look inside. What's inside there? That looks like the headlight to me. That is the headlight in there. It's all packed up to stop it from breaking. Then we got this bit by here. We've got some nice tools. They do usually send nice tools, this company. So there's them hex tools there. We've got a nice spanner there. Look, that's a nice spanner. And then we've got pedals here. We've got a pump. And then that's the charger. It says 54.6 volts, 3 amps. And I did take the battery out because it made the bike lighter to lift. Right, okay, here it is, all put together in this lovely bright orange. There are a few different colours. I'll put the colours by here, by the side of me, but there. Now, what do they have to do to put this bike together? Not a lot. Front wheel, mudguard, headlight on, handlebars on. I had to turn this stem around as well. I think it was facing that way. And the pedals on. There we go. As easy as that to put together. So a bit of a closer look. We've got the front headlight there. Nice big headlight. And we've got the nice front forks there. Battery is housed in the frame. We've got the rear suspension there. Torque sensor there on the pedals. We've got a nice big rack at the back. And a backlight. Big hub motor. And a side stand. So looking here at the wheels and the tyres. We've got 180mm discs. Hydraulic brakes. Now the tyres, they're 20x4, but they got these nice quality tyres. A lot of these e-bikes now are coming with these tyres, which are fantastic. They're a lot better than the ones we used to have before. They look really good, hard, durable quality. So looking here at the back at the taillight, let me turn the taillight on. There we go. There's the taillight. Let's pull the brakes there. And there is the brake light. I'll spin the bike around and you can see the front headlight. And there we go. There's the front headlight. I've pointed it up towards the camera so you can see it does look quite bright. So here I am sitting on the bike. I'm 5'10", 178 centimetres or 1.78 metres. Now, very, very comfortable, upright position. And when I sat on the bike, the rear suspension is actually going up and down. It's a working rear suspension. What a marvellous thing. So here we have the magnet of truth. It isn't an exact science, but anyway, the frame, aluminium. This by here, aluminium. Handlebars, aluminium. The forks, aluminium. The wheels, aluminium. Pedal arms, aluminium. The pedals, aluminium. The seat post, aluminium. This rack here, that is steel. You can see it's pulling back and forth like that. So we can say that this is mostly an aluminium construction. So looking up here on the handlebars, 7-speed Shimano. You've got a nice display there. I got it on pedal level assist 5 there, full power. Over on this side you've got your up and down buttons there. Underneath there, but there is the power button. Then you have your headlight button and taillight button and your horn button. Let's give it a bit of a press. Lovely, nice and loud. Now looking here at the battery, it's easily removable. Put the key in there, turn it, battery comes out. And down there is where you charge the battery. Okay then, so that was a look around the CYRUSHER Kommoda 3.0. Let's get this bike out on the old open road. Right, okay, here we are out on the open road now. Where the sun hasn't been hitting certain places this morning, there is a bit of ice here and there, so I'm gonna have to keep my eyes peeled for ice. But anyway, let's get up by here in the sun a bit. Because it is very cold. So my first initial sort of feeling of riding this bike is very smooth. It is a very smooth bike. So it was nice and warm by here in the sun. Now, I'm going to have to pull over somewhere because my gears are slightly sort of jumping off, so it needs a slight adjustment. I wish I'd found that out before I left the house, but I put it in gear 2 by here, and I can feel it trying to go between one cog and the other, so I'll pull over by here in the sun and see if I can adjust it on the back. Right, give it a little bit of a turn on the old derailleur at the back where you can adjust it, and everything seems to be okay now, so I'll turn around by here. I'll go the other way and do a speed test. So let's go around this way, like so, and then we'll give it a speed test by here. In a minute, let's get to the nice flat ground. There's a tractor coming, so we'll wait for the tractor. Right, okay, here we go. Bit of a speed test like this. And that says 16 miles per hour there. Yeah, so it is cutting out between 16 and 15.5 miles per hour. So anyway, I'm not going this way, so let's turn back around again. We're going up the mountain. So, now I don't know if there's a way to unlock this bike. I don't know. There may be some way somewhere else, but I don't know myself. So anyway, it is cutting out just after 15.5. Now it is a torque sensor, so we're going to have to see what it's like on a hill. The only trouble is it's so cold, my eyes are watering, and the sun is coming through. the trees by there with no leaves on, the sun is coming through and flickering in my eyes. It's not very nice. I need a sun visor. Well, I got one by here, but it needs to be over there. Now, battery went down to 98% on that speed test, but now it's popped back up to 100%. So when you do a speed test, you do get a bit of a battery sag. When I do the hill test, you get battery sag as well. But at the moment it says 100%. I like a display that shows a percent because it gives you a better indication of how much battery you got left. Now, earlier on in the video, I said the rear suspension actually works, and it does. I can feel it moving up and down. I think it's an air suspension, but it is quite nice. Now I have got 3 coats on because today is a 3-coater, but my legs are still cold. I should have put some long johns on. It's not very warm, and my face is freezing as well. But anyway, let's stop moaning and get on with it. My first impressions of this torque sensor, it does feel a little bit on the tame side. It does feel slightly mild, but we'll find out. The hill is a big hill coming up by here. Is there a car behind me? There's a big hill coming up by here, and we'll see what it's like. Oh, he went in the pothole. I don't know if you heard that then, but that car went in a big, massive pothole. It went across the other side of the road to avoid me, and there was a huge hole in the road. This car's coming a bit fast. Can you see how dangerous that was then, that car coming round that corner like that, and going at that speed past me with not much gap? Right. The big hill is down by there. It's down by there. But there, just round the corner, just past this White House, around the corner, there's the hill. Now, I have ordered a new pair of gloves, look, but I've got a hole in my glove there. I've ordered a new pair, but my finger is freezing. There's no protection on that finger by there, so it's a bit cold. Right, here we go. Up the hill, bit of frost over there, bit of frost by here. We're in gear 4, but we can't do it in gear 4. I'm in gear 3 now. Gear 2. I'm in power level assist 5. And how does it feel? Ooh, let's go in 1. I gotta say, let's have a feel of it now. It's not the best. It's not, doesn't feel brilliant, I gotta be honest. It's not giving me much power. I've gone up here, but I had to go, no. Now I know that this bike has been tamed to a legal 250 watt, but I'm going to say that it wasn't giving me the torque figure that it says on the website. I'm being perfectly honest by here. The torque sensor is quite tame, in my opinion. So I think what I'm trying to say is, it does feel like a 250 watt legal e-bike. Now, it's got a 20 amp hour battery, so I'm assuming that with these sort of power limitations, that you're going to go a very, very long way on this bike. Now, I'm keeping it in power pedal level assist 5. And like this hill by here, that's absolutely fine. I must stress the point that the hill I tried by there is one of the steepest around here. It is one of the steepest. A lot of ice up there. So I must emphasize that point, that hill is very, 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 very steep. Now, these new style tyres are far quieter than the ones they used to put on these fat tyres before. There's a lot less noise. It is quite quiet. Looks frosty up that way there. Yeah, it is. They're very quiet. And like I said earlier, very smooth. It's a very smooth bike and a very comfortable bike. I think I'll stop by here now. We'll have a quick look at the seat. Okay, so here's the seat. There's my hand for reference. Very squishy, comfortable seat. Now, I don't know if you can see here. It's got vents there, look. And that lets the air blow up and keep your bum area nice and cool. But in this cold weather, that's making it a little bit cold. Good in the summer, not so good in the winter. Maybe plug it up in the winter with something. Right, so we need to do a brake test. So, front brake on the right hand side and rear brakes on the left hand side, which is the way I like it to be. So, we'll have to find a bit of level flat ground where there's no ice or frost or anything like that. But we'll carry on down by here and maybe do a brake test by here, maybe? What am I doing? 15.5 miles per hour. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Well, I gotta say that the brakes work fantastically well and the tyres do grip the floor fantastically. I don't know if we can see the actual marks behind me. It's actually on the floor. I don't know if you can see from there. It's grabbed a stone with a tyre and dragged it across the floor. Let me show you. If you can see there, look. You can see that line there, look. So it's actually grabbed a stone and dragged it across the floor. But this bike did stop. It stopped very, very well. It didn't even leave much of a mark. I think it's, look, you can see it there, look, see? There. And then it stopped there. So, the brakes work really well. Anyway, another big hill for me to get up. Now, we'll go so far up this hill and then we'll try the walk function. See what it's like. Let's go in gear 3 for a second. A lot of cars coming down here. Right, here we go then. Let's go into gear 2. Try and get up this hill. So you have really got to keep the pressure on this torque sensor because I can feel it coming in and out. It does take up the hill, it's just not the strongest compared to other ones that I've tried. And it's quite steep by here, so I could get up here, but we'll try the walk function. Let's go a bit further up by here, and I think we'll stop on this really steep part by here, just before the top, and we'll try the walk function. Right, press that bottom button there, hopefully, and there we go, there's a walk function. It has come up on the screen, and I'm going to say that this is quite tame. It's quite a tame walk function. So I'll leave go of the bike, and it, oh, stopped, hang about. Let's push it back on again. It takes a while to kick in. So this is just the weight of the bike, I'm not pushing it at all, like that. So it is taking it up here very slowly, and I can hold it back. It's very tame. Now, top of the hill, I'll just drive down by here because it is quite a nice view when you get down by here. And the sun it's quite warm by here with the sun. But I'll just drive down this road here. It doesn't go anywhere, it ends at the farm. But it's quite a nice view when you get around the corner by here. But if you go down by here, a lot of buildings down there, look. A lot of work going on. Bit of ice on the floor, but it is a nice view from by here. So there we go. There's the view from by here. You can see across the mountains and down into the farm. I don't know what that green thing is there. There's two of them green things. So I don't know what is in them. Actually, there's four. I thought it was two long ones, but there's four. But that's the view by here. It's quite nice, isn't it? It's all sunny over that way. Not by here though. Anyway, let's carry on. Right, okay, so I've made it onto this dirt track. It does go quite far. It's like a forestry of some sort, but this bike is absolutely fantastic on this dirt road by here. The tyres, brilliant, really grippy. The suspension, lovely and smooth. The seating position, fantastic. So, I mean, it is very well suited to this sort of area by here. Now, at the time of filming, this bike should be on sale, and the price, I think, is fantastic for what you get. It's decent quality, this bike is good quality, so I think the price at the moment is fantastic. All the links will be down in the description below. Now, I'm looking at the battery by here. Don't know if you can see that there. It's at 98%. I've done, it says trip there, 5.8, but it says odo, 5 miles. I'm assuming it's 5.8 miles. But it's still on 98%, so you're going to go quite far on this bike. Now there's another hill by here, a normal sort of hill, and it does get up this one okay, look, it's going up this one fine. Like I said earlier in the video, that was a particularly steep hill. This one is steep, but this bike has no problems getting up here. And it did get up the other one. It felt a bit tame. Anyway, oh, the sun's come out by here. That's nice, isn't it? It's actually quite warm when the sun comes out. Now, I don't know if you can see this ground here. It's rocky, it's bumpy, it's gravelly, it's dirty, it's dusty. It's all them things, but these tyres do seem to be holding up quite well, and the bike just feels so planted. Let's go a bit faster down this hill. Hey! Some funny noises going on under the tyres, but they seem to be okay. They are quite thick, these tyres, so they should be able to put up with all these rocks and stones and gravel and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to make my way back out of this gravelly path and try and find my way back onto a tarmac road. Right, okay, I've made it to a road. I say road in the loosest term because this road has fallen to bits by here. I think it does go back to tarmac a little bit further down, but yeah, we go a little bit more tarmac here. Gets a little bit better further down. It's another road that isn't used much. But I gotta say, this bike is it handles really well. The tyres are fantastic. I do like these tyres. The brakes, they're brilliant. The brakes are brilliant. You don't have to pull them that hard. They have got the, I don't know if you can see, if I can put the camera down there. They have got the adjustable things there. You can adjust them really easy to suit, you know, how far you want to pull them in. Now, there is no way dark for me to test the headlight. So, what I'll do, just for you, when it gets dark tonight and cold, I'll take the bike out of the shed and we'll have a look how bright the light is. So I'll insert that footage right now. Or maybe, actually, shall I go for a ride tonight when it's freezing cold? It all depends. Either I'm just going to show you or I'm going to go for a little ride. So anyway, let's insert that footage right now. Right, okay, here we go in the night time. This is what it's like when the street lights are on. It's quite bright. I'll try and go somewhere where it's dark now. So we'll go a little bit further up this road where there's no street lights, but you can see it's got quite a wide pattern and it's quite bright. Right, I'll go up this lane here where there's no lights, and you can see it's a very good headlight. I think I've got it in the right position, but you can see it's lighting up quite far in front of me. So I think we'll call this headlight a bit of a win. It's a good headlight. Right, there we go then. So that's what the headlight is like. Now, I gotta watch by here because horses have been along here and they've been leaving deposits. And I don't want to go through the horse deposits, if you know what I mean. Now, nice big mud guards, plastic mud guards they are. And looking at my trousers and my shoes, everything's nice and tidy. It's kept all the mud off me in a muck. So the mud guards are doing what mud guards are supposed to do. Now, a little bit later on, when I get further on along this road and further down, there is a big hill for me to go down. I'm not going to enjoy it because it is really cold. So I'm just going to have to brave it, go down the hill and see what this bike is like going down a hill with gravity and just feel what it's like at speed. That's the main sort of objective, just to feel what the bike is like at speed. But anyway, let's carry on along here until I get to the hill. Now, the big huge hill is in front of me that we're going to go down. Now, I don't know if you can see there, that shows up 92%. Well, it's gone to 95% now. 95% on the battery. 9.1 miles. Still showing 95% on the battery. And I think that's because it's being a little bit conservative with the amount of power it's giving you through that torque sensor. So expect a very long range on this bike, even when you've got there on pedal level assist 5. Now, this is going to be very cold. Oh my God, it's so cold. What's that, 22? Can you see that down there? Let's point that down that way there. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm in trouble by here. Can you see all that ice by there? I can't do a speed test with a big pile of ice on the side of the road there. Oh, I'm going over ice. I'm actually going over ice. Oh my God. I can hear it cracking, I hear it cracking underneath me then. I'm gonna have to go super slow down here now. There was a big pile of ice there. Trust me, I want to do a speed test down here, but I can't because if I hit ice, that's it, I'm in hospital. So I'm gonna go down here very, very, very slowly. Anyway, with that being said, hopefully I don't hit any ice, because if I hit ice by here, I'm gonna fall off. With that being said, I'm going to make my way back because I'm freezing cold. The camera's still on. If I do fall off, I'll show you. But if I make it, this is the end of the video. Anyway, let's carry on down here. And hopefully there's no ice that calls me a cropper. No, I haven't quite gone yet. You might not be able to see, but on parts of this road by here, there's black ice. So I'm taking it super careful and I'm trying to pull the back brake, but I'm going to say these tyres are holding up quite well, even on the icy, dodgy bits. So there we go. Anyway, I've nearly made it to the bottom, so I'm off. Right, okay, there we go then. That's my review of the CYRUSHER Kommoda 3.0. All the links will be down in the description below. And if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, do all them lovely things, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ahoy!